Welcome everybody. My name is Keith, but you can also call me Uhfgood. And today I'm still working on the Dais, except I've made some progress on the Dais. And the new Dais I should have done shortly, and then I'll be able to re-import it, and I'll probably solve the same problem in Unity, but it doesn't really matter. And so I'm going to show you. Oh, why didn't I rename that other one? Let's do that. Sorry about that. Rename, Control C. And this one, Properties, Control V, V572. Okay, let's start this puppy up here. And let's go ahead and, I don't like it when it does that. Anyways. Alright. So, I'm going to speed it up to 4 times. In fact, this 2 hours. 2 hours divided by 4 would, of course, be 30 minutes, but we're not going to actually do 30 minutes. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and speed her up. Oh. 2 times. Speed up 4 times. Okay. Says okay, so I'm going to actually remodel the dais. Might even be considered a slow way to do it, as I am going to do sides and build it up somehow. Yeah, so maybe I should do this first. There we go, that's better. So that you can still kind of read it here. I guess I could full screen it. There we go. You wouldn't know the difference between my desktop and the thing here. Okay, so you see what I did here. Let's just go ahead and speed it up to times 8. That'll be good enough. That'll be 15 minutes on there. So of course I deleted X going up and down, in and out. However, the reason is because I was really thinking I was going to do side view only. And yeah, that was kind of an important point. Most of this stuff I'm doing along the horizontal is actually on the y-axis. And 32 feet wide, 12 feet deep. Except it's going to go in by 1 foot. And I was going to do something with the Imperial. Okay, so very simply, I just made a plane, a deal, and then I had to figure out how to rotate it. I'll go try to figure something out. And yeah, so I did that. I think I have to change the pivot point. Not sure I can get on it. The bottom was essentially the edge in front of us. So yeah, maybe you'll get to see how I did it here. Let's see if I mean, I can just explain it, but I was just going to show it to you first. Edit mode. And then I was trying to figure out how to snap the 3D cursor because, mesh. Come on, go to mesh. I'm just watching my old stuff here. I'm trying to figure this out. Come on, I do figure it out eventually. Set to the edge. Pivot point. And somebody already said to snap to, and I was just trying to find the menu deal for that. So basically, and I'll probably even say it here on the little note that I write. So basically what I do is I make sure I'm in edit mode, and I set my snap, see, I know that was a little bit fast, but basically what I did is I snapped the cursor to the selected edge, and then I grabbed it, and then then what I did was I changed the pivot. Went to edit mode, went to selected edge, mesh snap cursor to selected, went back into object mode, set the pivot point, overlapping circle icons at the top to 3D cursor, then did my rotation, and then set it back. So basically, then I could tilt it kind of upward, like, you know, it's down like this and then upward towards you. So now I have to deal with like this deal here. Problem is if you notice there, it says a 2 foot there when it's 8 feet. And this wasn't going up very far. And I was wondering what the heck's going on here. See? And then sometimes it does some funky stuff, and I don't know why it has to do with the mouse or snapping or something. I think I had snapping on for a while. Kind of messed things up. And I couldn't figure this out, because I do that and it would be fine. In fact, here I'm measuring, see, just to make sure that it's like the stair up there. Well, turns out, here, let's do that. Okay. I was trying to get the exact thing too, but when you extrude, there's that little box in the corner, and you can actually manually set where you want it. So I could set it. See where it just only goes up the little tiny bit up there? I created the plane and set to 8 inches, and I extrude it. Does so correctly, 1 foot straight back. When I try to extrude it again to 8 inches, not near as big. See, if you notice, shoot, I'm gonna have to, 0.8 inches is 2 feet. So saying it was 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. And then I realized that, well, actually somebody kind of told me, but I kind of realized that what I needed to do is, see if I can figure this out here. I know I'm supposed to be providing some kind of commentary, but really I was just trying to figure stuff out, so I'm deleting that. Now I'll go back in the object mode, and if you can see that the dimensions are 0.8, but then when I go back into edit, it's 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. And then I realized I was supposed to apply the scale. The scale and rotation. It's actually the rotation that needs, but I applied everything. So once you apply all the transforms, then it starts looking like it's supposed to. So, success. You notice there. And okay, so then I set that to 0.8. I try to get it exact or whatever. And then what I do is I need to shrink this stair. In fact, what I did here, what I did here is I actually fixed the Dais control wasn't where it was supposed to be. For some reason, I had somehow moved it, and of course the actual controller object. Anyways. After I fixed that, which isn't very important, but after I did that, then of course I go back to the, I can bump that up a little bit. Okay. So now, I'm checking to make sure that my lines are straight, because they look kind of like they're tilted in one direction, and that's just because of perspective and, like, I suppose the field of view or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to use the knife tool, because really what I wanted to do is I wanted to cut a section out of the stair, and I could not figure out how to do that. I mean, I know how to use the knife in the sense that you click it, you can move it along, and then, you know, essentially you can make an edge. And if you notice here, I do actually do some of that, but the knife tool still wasn't getting me what I wanted to do. I just wanted to cut, you know, a piece of that off. So I decided that since I couldn't figure out how to use, I was going to try to measure it and see if I could do something there, and I don't know, I couldn't figure out how to really use it very well. So I decided to just use a scale here, and I was reading, I read one tutorial and the other one was a video one that I didn't do. In fact, I'll have to actually go in and maybe learn how to use the knife tool, because that will probably be pretty useful. Okay, so here, what I did is I scaled it to be 1 foot smaller, and then you notice there how it angled in. And at first I was like, oh man, angled in, I didn't want that. But then after I looked at it, I went, wait a second, now this is probably correct. Angling in is probably correct. Probably fine for that. So, what did I do the rest of this? I just kept extruding, move it up, back. Yeah, I was still having problems trying to get the exact, but if you notice this little dealie in here, once I figure that I can mess with that. Scaling doesn't work quite the same. Scaling, I still have to kind of basically, I hold shift and I have to kind of still manually do it, because the little box in there just shows scale, it doesn't show dimensions, and so I have to keep working at it until it scales correctly. But yeah, so you can see the stairs being built, and I got 4 of them, and this is really cool. And let's let me finish it. Yeah, see, I was just trying to get that exact, and I got it to say 412 instead of 5, but then I got it to say 5. Just, it's one of those weird things with me. 4 foot 12 inches is actually 5 feet, but it just doesn't look right to me. So I just basically kept messing with it until it looked right. Now, this takes a little bit to get it just right, but I did. And oops, that's a mistake. I'm gonna do that. Okay, check that out. Now the back side. I don't know about the back side though, mainly because let's see, that's actually going to be a pretty big dais there. But I'll figure it out. But look what I did afterwards. Almost looks like a spaceship or something. Okay, so I kept extruding down. And actually, I'm going to eventually remove those. I'm going to dissolve those edges, just so it's like a solid deal. And I realized that's going to go at an angle. I didn't want that at an angle, so I decided to extrude. So I could get this. Let's see, how did that work? I don't remember how wide those are. Those are 4. Oh, yeah, it's 4 because of the top. Anyways, to make these as wide as the stairs. And I'm almost done here. And Bob's your uncle. And there we go. So I did get some accomplished. Now, cool thing here is I wanted to do a little bit more here. So now we got a base here. Let's see. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I thought I was going to. I thought I had an idea of what I was going to do next, but so okay, so that's 8 and 32. would be, let's see. Let's go to, I'm in edit mode. Let's do a face select here. Select this face, right? 8 foot. Now, what I want is I want a 8 feet bottom. I actually want this extended out that far, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So, right. Okay, so there's still something kind of weird to me. And that is, I think I was supposed to extrude. Yeah, I was supposed to. Wait a second. I have to actually go to my other deal over there. But, okay, fine. Let's go to object mode. Select. Just do boom. That. Now, if you notice here, it kind of goes in like that, and then like that, right? And then the base would be 32 wide. So that means the bottom should actually be 32 wide instead of 8 wide. So 24, so that means we need 12 on each side. So I actually need to, I might just do a re-extrude because, where is the stupid thing? Go to edit mode. So maybe, can I do this? No? To go to object mode. Do this. Then I go back into edit mode with tab. Okay, so I still do have a problem here, right? Because this stair step isn't going to be right here. This stair step is actually going to be at the end. So I'm not sure. Maybe I should scale. What if I scaled it along the Y? Scale Y. Oh, because then it does this weirdy stuff. Okay. We're actually getting up into 20 minutes here. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take these extrusions off and I'm going to have to re-extrude them so that they're as long as they need to be. So I went 0.6 in. Maybe that's, actually, let's see something here. Here. Darn it. I hate having to just do this all the time like this. But that's okay. So this still is kind of the same way, right? Let's go into edit mode and wow, 22.9, 22.9. Okay, I'm not really measuring that, but I'm presuming that that is the same size. So yeah, what I'm gonna have to do here is, except I'm gonna have to do Control Z, see if I can Control Z it until we get rid of these extra wings. And I'll still have them, but I'm going to do them differently. So now we're in edit mode, edge, and then I can extrude. And since this is 8, I'm going to extrude it 12 more. So extrude along the Y, that, and let's make that 12. Now I saw it, 12. Boom. And let's do the same thing with this. Extrude Y all the way 12. I don't want it to do let's just make that -12. That. Okay. So now we have the full thing. And we still go in 6 inches on each side. So let's do a face select. Let's check it out. This is 12 inches, and this is, or feet, I mean, 12 feet and 12 feet. Okay? Even though, for some reason, how come it looks longer? I mean, it does look longer, doesn't it? Not doing that funky thing again, is it? Wait a second. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, everything looks good. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to do the same thing that I was doing, edge, and I'm going to extrude here on the Y. Wait a second. Z, Control Z, Control Z. Let's just let's try this one more time without the snap. Dang it. Okay. So okay, so let's extrude along the Y, that, and 12 feet, that, and let's put that on the Y, and let's just -12. Okay. This one, extrude Y, -11.6. Oh. Okay, -11, -6 inches. And this one, Y, extrude Y, 6. Okay. Extrude Y, 11. Extrude Y, 'Going to be negative 11. That, and this is going to be extrude Y. I'm going to do this 10, 10, 6. Extrude Y. 10, 6. Okay. Extrude Y 10. Maybe 10 feet. And with this, extrude Y. Maybe 10 feet. Okay, that's actually okay. I think it's okay. I think. Now, what we want to do is we're actually going to make some steps here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Okay, so now we're getting up in the 30 minutes. Okay, so this is going to be a 30-minute video. I'm trying to get, you know. So I'm going to extend this top here. So let's do that. Let's extend. Actually, let's put snapping back on and do it to vertex. And then let's E on the Y, that, and E on the Y, that. Now, and then see what's going to happen is I'm going to actually, it's kind of a big dais, I think. It might be too big, but I'm going to try to make this thing work. And actually, I could have just scooched that up and just made it as big as that. So instead it would be a whole 8 instead of a whole 12. Could have probably got away with that, considering how long the top part is. But we'll see. Maybe I'll make a duplicate. Let's do that. Let's go back into object mode. Right. Shift D. Grab X. There we go. We just want it off a ways a little bit, so that can remain that ways. That way I can, if I find out that this is too big, then I'll do the little one, I think. Okay, so anyways, you kind of got an idea here, because now I'm going to, let's see something here. Do I want to fill? Okay, let's go into edit mode. Now, object, select, edit mode. Okay, so let's actually, well, okay, that's 4 feet. Alright, so these are going to be 4 feet. So, okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the snap on, and I'm going to go to, I'm in edge mode. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do extrude. That. Okay, and then actually I can do that on all of these. Let's see. Okay, just muted my mic audio there just for a sec. Didn't realize the fan wasn't on, and my dad likes to sleep. The fan helps him get to sleep. Anyways, what do I want to do? Let's go ahead and extrude along the X, and right, and then it can snap to here. Same thing. Just do that for all these. Extrude X. Extrude X. Extrude X. Now, if you notice there is the beginning of some steps. Okay. And let's go ahead and do the same thing here. No, that's not what I wanted, is it? No. I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this. Extrude along the Y. Extrude Y. Extrude. No. Control Z. Extrude. Y. Extrude Y. Now, let's just do a quick face select here. That's alright. Why are those... Dang. Doggone. That took kind of a long time to do this too. It's supposed to be 6. Edge. See the bad part? Alright, let's go. Ten, 6, 11, 6, 12, 11, 10, 6, 10. That's correct. These aren't correct. Find the correct. Don't know. Wasn't planning on going past 30 minutes. This is just going to be a long one, I guess. It is 10 though. Let's do a face select. I want to make sure I'm sure. Those are correct. So how come? Weird. Okay, considering that the faces are correct, I'm going to go ahead and assume that these deals are alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. So, yeah. So let's go back to edge mode. To this. We're going to extrude along the X. We're going to do that. Extrude X. That's right, that's right, right. Okay. So, X. Extrude X. Extrude X. Alright, now we got those step things there. Then we're going to go ahead and extrude Y. Extrude Y. Extrude Y. Extrude Y. That. So actually I don't care if it's right. Do I definitely like holes or something? Alright. So now the thing that we're going to do here is kind of interesting, because now I'm going to go into vertex mode, and then I'm going to select a vertice, select two vertices, actually let's see if I can select all three and then hit fill and see if it'll just do it. It does. Good. That looks like a Klingon bird of prey or something. Okay, so yes, now we do the thing. Actually, this is really cool. This. Fill. We do that. Wait, that. Fill. That isn't correct, is it? That's not correct at all, because... Okay. Well, I made a faux pas, and that is, these are supposed to be steps, so they're supposed to be a foot in, and that's why... that's why I need to kind of start over. Way over. Dang it. I was doing so good. This is supposed to be footing. Okay, well, I don't know, I guess I can Control Z it and see how far I go back. So I'm still gonna have to do the same thing over again. That's as far as I can go, huh? Doggone. That means I'm gonna have to delete all these faces, which is okay, I guess, but actually let's just do this. Let's go ahead and delete these faces. Delete faces. Yes. Okay, that's alright. What is not alright, however, is what? How do I do a? I wonder if there's a way. I'm not sure how to do a edge. Not sure how to do it like a mirror. How to set mirroring. Interactive mirror. Let's do that. So that way I can do this. That did not help. How come, I start snapping back off. Match mirror. What's the interactive mirror? Oh. Oh. Edge. Extrude on the Y. Control Z. Okay, so all right. I don't believe it. I mean, I did make some progress, but I have to start all over. Okay. How do I mirror? Blender mirror. Mirror moves the mesh, does not right exactly. Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. Mirror and symmetry. This is probably just going to show me a stupid video tutorial. I don't want a video tutorial because that means I have to put it in my video. And boy, this is a long one, isn't it? Sorry about that. I don't know if many people are going to be watching it anyways, but symmetrical rigging, mirror modifier, that's not really... see. This is for 2.8. That's not telling me how to do it either. Okay, forget it. I don't even care. So let's extrude along the Y. We'll do this again. 12. Make that 12. Extrude Y. Okay, 12, all right. Now, this is going to be 11, negative 11. Annoying. This one's at extrude Y 10. Come on. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Extrude Y. Okay. And choose Y. And negative 8. That. Okay, we'll see if that works. Okay, snapping on edge. Extrude X. Extrude X. Now, let's see if I can do this correctly. Let's do this. Snap to vertex. Not the vertex. Okay. Extrude X. I can do it that way, but I can do this. Extrude X. Extrude Y. Now, see if I can do it this way. Let's do that. Let's do that. That. Fill. That. Fill. That. Well, no. Problem is, alright, steps aren't wide enough. That isn't gonna work. See, I'm already up to an hour now. Just somehow, this needs to be actually swept out a little bit. Let's do something different. Let's go by the edge. This edge. Like that. Actually, that works better, because now I can actually fill that part in. And I can actually do that with the rest of these here. Actually, it does really good here. Extrude. Except it wants to do it like that. It doesn't want to do it. Interesting. I do have to learn how mirroring works. Extrude. There we go. I mean, you know, the center isn't very big though. That's the only bad part, but it shouldn't look that bad. It almost looks like it's sliding. Right? Okay, so now, what time do we have left? We have a few minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the full hour. Okay. Extrude X. Extrude X. Extrude X. Okay. interesting. And then we go back to vertex, I guess, and go ahead and select these. Go. Sure, there's probably an easier, better way of doing this, but I kind of suck, so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look really great, but it doesn't look hugely terrible. Might have been better if I would have actually still might be able to do that. I didn't think about it. I'll be able to subdivide and subdivide the edges, and then should have made that 16. That way the top would have been 8. You know what I think I'll do? We're almost at an hour. I might just go ahead and kind of finish this as best I can do that. I should have thought of this shape first. That is kind of interesting, but it's not exactly what I would want. In fact, I'm gonna probably remodel this, and I'm gonna learn how to use the mirroring stuff. So I guess might have to be the modifier. I don't know. Alright. So, now how did I do this? Yes. No, that's not how I did it. How did I do that? Did I extrude that out? I can't remember what I did now. I do it this ways, extrude, that's what I did. Okay. Darn it. And then we do that, and then we do boom. Oh. Oh. That's sort of what I was going for. Actually, it doesn't look half bad as it is, but not exactly what I wanted. But that's all right. That's all right. So let's select. Whoop. Nope. Select this. That. I'm gonna select all the bottom ones. I'm gonna do this just before. Dang, I'm already hitting an hour. I probably won't do an hour like this again. Hopefully. We'll see. That didn't work very well. Okay, let's do an edge select then. Let's do this. Okay, extrude along the Y. That. And I'm not sure what else to do here. Oh, dang it. I have to turn that off for a sec so I can go ahead and somehow fill the rest of this in. So I can do this again. Let's do that. This. Not going to work, is it? Okay, let's just do this. Do it like that. And like that. No. This and this. Let's join them. Can't join the vertices. I can't join the vertices. Fine. Let's do this to edge here. Extrude. Get that. That's not what we want either. Okay. I'm not sure what to do here. Because really I want to extrude. Good. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I don't know if that even works. Let's try vertices. No. That's not gonna work either, is it? Because it's not precise here, is it? Okay, let's do something different then. Let's, I don't know, subdivide. Okay, let's do this. Dang, I just wanted to do the one thing. Can I do the one stupid thing? Can we join these two together? Why can't I join those two together? Dang. Alright. Let's select this one up here too. Fill. Okay. Alright. That. Fill. This. And this. That. Fill. This. This. And that. Fill. That. Fill. Alright, so it did do what I wanted it to do after all. Alright. Now, what I want to do is something very clever here. I want to dissolve all these edges. Dissolve edges. Awesome. That's not so awesome. Why is that? Man. Okay, let's do something here. Let's do the deal here. Fill. Why did it do that? Subdivide, vertex mode, let's Snap to vertex. Take this. Grab it. Boom. Edge. Boom, 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 boom. Dissolve edges. Great. Don't dissolve edges. Dissolve edges. Why is it not? Why? Okay, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, I don't know what is going on. Okay. Alright, I'm quitting, and I guess I'm gonna try again tomorrow. This is ticking me off now. I get these have to be edges here, but okay. Can I delete this edge? Wow, that's interesting that that even worked. Interesting. This is cool because it doesn't have, I mean look, it doesn't even have those edges, does it? There's actually something different here too, isn't it? Because it's bigger as it grows. Okay, well, I don't know, maybe I'll just keep that and I'll just try with that the next time. So, I apologize for making over an hour-long video. I am sorry. And I almost should just take this into an editor and edit it a little bit. So, I don't know. I have to re-render it, and it's almost 11, and dang. Ticks me off. I don't know if I'm just going to go with this. I'm not really happy with it exactly, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. And actually, if I would have made these, you know, wider, these might have been kind of like the same length. Maybe, I don't know. Right, it should be narrower. Let's see. Because this is kind of wider and this is kind of wider except for the way it curves. So if I had a... Actually, if I created a couple of edges in there, I might be able to make them meet at the edge. That's a thought. now to do a subdivide. I'm going to select these edges. And let's subdivide them like so. And then let's go to this, and let's do that. Join. How come? Okay, let's subdivide this edge. Here. Subdivide this edge. There. Join the two edges. Wait a second. What? See, how come it can't do that? What is the problem? Why can't I join the two freaking edges? Alright, I give up. Forget that. I was just going to go ahead and snap to edge. Let's see if I can do what I want there. No. Go back to where this was whole, and then I'm going to either keep it or not. And I'm done with this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say thanks for watching if you've been watching. I am kind of sick of this. Anyways, I'm sorry for such a long video. I'm going to go ahead and upload it as is, and so nobody has to, you know, nobody has to watch it, I guess. So I will see you in the next video.